gear, baby. You ready? Ready.
Good morning, everybody. Which it might not be morning for you, it's morning for me. It's a little after 7 o'clock this morning. Got up, had part of a cup of coffee, and was like, you know what, I'm gonna go get this thing washed and unloaded because I do have a lot of other things I need to do today. But I'm pretty excited about it. If y'all have been with us for any amount of time, you know that, I love the find, right? Finding the old cars, digging them out, the story with them, all that stuff. But part of that story is cleaning them out and seeing what we can find. Normally I would clean the inside of the car out before I washed it. Problem is this car is so little and so low that I can't get the doors open with it on the trailer with the fenders. Just enough I could get in there and roll the driver's window down. So anyway, I got Dobie and Nose out here with us. These are our two rescue puppies we picked up in the middle of the street up here a few weeks back. There was 3. Unfortunately, one of them did not make it. But these 2 are doing well. They're a lot of help. And anyway, so I'm excited. We're going to give this old 72 Vega GT a bath. And then I'm going to put some, I think it's Lucas spray wax, and just, and really probably some buffing in this. This paint will come back to life. But I'm just going to wash it, and then we're going to try to get it unloaded. I should have brought my dollies, my wheel dollies from the shop, but I did not do that. I'm thinking probably going to put it where my Volkswagen is, and then all the stuff that needs to go up in the rafters for storage that I've been putting away, we'll put up there, and then maybe this car can go where that stuff's sitting, and then I can put my Volkswagen in and out, which it really doesn't matter if the Volkswagen's outside. We try to keep Hannah's inside. We have matching cars, by the way. How cool is that? Same color. Mine's just raggedy and has a hood stack. But we try to keep hers inside because it's nicer than mine. So worst case scenario, mine will be sitting outside. The Vega will be in the spot where my car is, if I can get the trailer turned to put it in there. If not, it'll go in the middle for now. Maybe I'll turn the buggy around and hook the winch to it and just pull it in there, and then I'll go get the dollies and we'll be able to maneuver it around, get it in a different spot. But I want to get this thing cleaned up, see what it looks like. So we're gonna get started. I'm gonna throw y'all on the time lapse. I'm just gonna hit it with some soap and water. I think McGuire's, wash and wax soap, whatever. Probably should use some Dawn, but I already poured the McGuire's in the bucket, so we'll see how it does. If it doesn't do well, we'll use the Dawn. I'm gonna try not to put my Comet wash on this, because I think this paint's good enough that it's not as deteriorated. I can use the Comet or 409 and some steel wool and some of these rougher spots, get the rust staining off of it, but the car's really in pretty good shape. So let's get started. Look at the paint on this thing. Of course, it's wet still, so it's going to get a little duller as it dries, but I did the split clean on it, right? Clean on this side, not clean on this side. Man, this thing is great. I love it. Needs to be buffed. It does have some rust, we'll have to eventually address that or it'll get significantly worse. But we're gonna put it inside once we get it cleaned and unloaded. But look, clean, not clean. You ready? Here's the big difference. Man, people say barn dust sells cars. I think aired up tires and clean paint sells cars. Golly, this thing's cool. Toby, what are you doing? What are you doing? What are you doing? Look at that. Alright, we're gonna get this other side washed. Get her cleaned up. Get it unloaded. So awesome. How much better does this thing look? I love it. Man, that is too cool. I have wanted a Vega for years. Not only do we have the right era of Vega, the right front end of Vega, we have one with barely any rust, and it's a GT, which makes it cool. Got the racing stripes, disc brakes on the front. I don't know a ton about these cars to know, what all optionals the GT package would have been other than the badges, the stripes, disc brakes on the front. It's got the GT wheel, which is similar to the Z28 Camaro wheel from the 70s. It does have a tack, so round gauges was different, and it's got 120 mile an hour speedo. I would assume they pretty much all had bucket seats. It's so cool. Man, love this thing. I'm gonna get up here and kind of hose out the engine bay while we're hosing. Get some of this dirt out of here and then make it a little easier to see if we can get that old Toyota 4-banger running. Chevy 2, the Volkswagen. After much finagling and some wonderful directioning from my wife, we have got her backed in where I believe we'll be able to unload it, hopefully. Air up the tires. Maybe it won't be too hard to unload. I was trying to do it the other way and it just wasn't working. And so there we go. Gonna get her stuck in here now. All right, as y'all saw, the phone fell during the time lapse, but thanks to Babe, we were able to get this thing unloaded. Back tires hold air long enough to roll it about 6 feet. So it's kind of tough, but I got the jack under it now. I am going to go by the shop and get the rollers to be able to roll it around. This workbench is about useless. I don't really use it, and all that's going to go up there. So I feel like if we clean up and reorganize the garage, I'll probably get rid of this workbench. I'll actually be able to put the Vega, maybe sideways up there. And it might still go over there, but when it's on 4 rollers, it'll be a lot easier to deal with. I'm gonna, I'll tell you what, I should have, let me set this back up so y'all can see my vision here. All right. How killer is that? So these are actually the 15 by 10s and tires off the back of the Chevy 2. We're on a set of Radial Pros right now with some lighter American Racing 15 by 10s. Which honestly isn't really the look I like on this car. I like the slots way better. But those wheels are lighter, and I had them radials mounted on them just go make some test hits out in Mexico. We got a bridge nearby that's 680 foot, so it's a good place to concrete pad, good place to make 8th mile hits. But that being said, this is the look I'm thinking. Jacked up in the back. Obviously it's got to be taller than that, and that tire is a little too big anyway. It's a 275 60 15 to 75 60 15. Yep, so that's a big tire. And then obviously we got our 13-inch slots, which the fact that this car's got disc brakes on it means I can run these as long as I can get tires for them, and that's the plan, because those were on Dad's Vega, and that's just kind of the nostalgia thing about it. But man, this thing is cool. I'm gonna get it pushed back more, or we can put the Hannah's buggy back in the garage. And then I'll probably pull my car out and she can start parking where it is. That way the nice car stays inside and the beater's outside. Doesn't really matter. And then once I get all this cleaned up and reorganized, we'll be able to park everything in here still. Hopefully. But I wanted y'all to see that. I set that up, sent some pictures to a buddy of mine. the fella I got the car from, he was like, man, that's cool. And I was like, yeah. And then I, put them up because I was going to move the car. And I was like, wait, everybody else is going to want to see it. So that being said, you guys probably didn't get to see much of the interior. I think it's going to clean up pretty good. Obviously, all the weather stripping and stuff, junk on it. But, I mean, it is a GT, 7,000 tack, 130 mile an hour speedo. It might have had a console at some point, but the carpet's got to come out, seat's got to come out. Fold down seat. Does leak a little water, but we'll get her all cleaned up. Open up glove box, get the other window rolled down, get the hatch open, dry it out, clean it out, vacuum it, all that stuff. But I just wanted y'all to see that. I just really, man. And the thing is, and the paint's dull, but it'll buff. The paint's really going to come back out on this car. It's cool. I love it. All right, y'all. Rear tires are just too much. Hannah had to go to work and by myself, so closed the garage doors. Got all my assistants out here. Our buggy's got, I think, a 3,500 pound warrant on it. So that's what we're doing. We are dragging it backwards with the buggy. Because I need to be able to put the buggy back in the garage. We have plants everywhere. Wonder if this is gonna be enough. I can get around it, still vacuum it out and stuff. The buggy will fit. I think the buggy will fit. Yeah, buggy should fit. That'll be good enough for now. Let it dry out. I gotta go load the tractor up and go do some stuff. So that's gonna be probably our washing video. I don't know, we'll see. I'll see how much footage I got, and I might do the vacuuming and stuff in a little bit. But Hoggy likes it. What do you think, Hoggy? Man, I love this car. So cool. I got all the windows down, the hatch open, hood open, let everything dry out. I'll probably turn the fan on, let it blow in here, dry it out. But I put the buggy up, we'll be done, we'll be good to go. And just in case I don't vacuum it out in this video and I come back to it and we see if we, probably gonna try to see if we can get this 4-banger little Toyota motor running just for fun. I don't know if I'm gonna, what all kind of time I'm gonna have doing this stuff. We're really, ooh, there's a spider. We're really pretty busy right now. I really didn't have time to do any of this, but I wasn't gonna pass this car up. I've wanted one for years, so now that we got one, it's pretty cool. But if this is the end of the video, I appreciate y'all watching it. I appreciate y'all tuning in. If you would, hit the like button, subscribe for me, leave me a comment, ask me some questions, give me some information. I mean, I don't know much about a GT. I do think this car does have sway bars on it, which is, I guess, probably a GT thing. I know Yenko made a GT version with like a V8, I think, from the factory, or maybe it was a turboed, I don't know. But I did some Googling looking for some yellow Vegas, and that's how I found the Yenko version, which is really cool. So maybe we'll do a kind of a toss over to that. They do sell the split bumper pieces for these cars, which is definitely going on this one. We're gonna get rid of that full front bumper. But I love it. I mean, I think it's awesome, and it's really pretty solid. There's a little more rust than I saw, purchasing it, but that's literally everything that you buy. But anyway, hey, there's a sticker. Look at that. There's your 140 cubes, 2-barrel carbonator. Air conditioning in this car. It might have used to have air conditioning. I don't know. Anyway, that's pretty neat. But that being said, appreciate y'all. God bless you. Y'all have a good one.